Hey everybody, Mike here with the all-new 2024 Lexus TX. This is absolutely big. Lexus is doing big things, none bigger than this vehicle here. In this stunning, if you know what color this is, you're a true Lexus enthusiast, that it is indeed incognito on this wonderful Lexus TX. I'm gonna be a little flustered to give you the full backstory. Big thanks to Lexus for allowing me to come down here and actually see these vehicles first, be able to touch them first before everybody else gets here. That also meant that I did not sleep very long. I got straight here off the flight, and me and Zach came set up, and here we are. Actually, I still have the camera in my hand. So yeah, Lexus TX, this is something that customers and the dealers and customers have all clamored for from Lexus. Now, Lexus, as you know, is one of the most historical SUV products today. And that started all the way back in 1996, obviously with that LX 450 and then the RX 300 and then the Lexus GX. So back in 20 years ago, Lexus actually already had 3 SUVs. All right, everybody. So what you're seeing in front of you is actually an F Sport model. So yes, the TX will be available as an F Sport. There are actually 3 different engines. So the base engine will be the familiar 2.5 with 275 horsepower. Then you have this wonderful F Sport performance. This has the same unit as the RX 500h F Sport performance. That means 366 peak horsepower, 409 pounds of torque. It also means you get that trick direct 4 suspension, and this actually comes with a rear steer as well, which in a big vehicle will probably be even more important to have than ever before. Also of note, the LX was the first Lexus vehicle to have 22-inch wheels. This theme continues. It is standard on the F Sport model, and I do believe on the 550H Plus, the plug-in that is also headed for this vehicle, will have 22-inch wheels. I believe stock are 20-inch units. So it's great to see Lexus listening to what customers are saying. Again, this incognito paint, which debuted on that IS 500 launch edition, everybody loved that color as soon as it was launched. And it actually is available on the RC and the RCF Track Edition. And now here it is on the TX. I think this is going to be very, very popular with people. It really starts off with that front spindle grille, which they now call the unified spindle. So you can kind of see the headlights kind of have this bar that comes across, and everything is body color. So it's super distinct. You can still tell that it's a Lexus, but it is definitely a TX. This does have the door handles like on the RX NX. So they're electronic. They do not pull away. Now, I'm all about improvising and making things happen. And it occurred to me when we came straight here that I'll be able to show you just how much room with luggage is inside this TX. So I know Zach's gonna get a little closer. I haven't tried this. I'm not the greatest with the automatic thing. So let's just press the door, one touch, obviously. And as you can see, there is a ton of room. So I do believe this is 20 cubic feet of space. So this is almost double what the LX has, which is 11. And you all know that I have it, and it's a little tight, especially with the seats up. And you'll see right now, I'll even sit down. It's actually pretty cool for tailgating because now I have a ton of room. So this is great. And then there's an AC outlet right here. So if I want to stay plugged in, you got 2, looks like a speaker over here. That might be a slight subwoofer. I'm not exactly sure. Again, I am learning as well. And let's see though, one of the biggest complaints with Lexuses and their previous 7-seaters, well, the 7-seaters up, couldn't fit luggage. You couldn't really get comfortable. You had to fold the seat down. I have my medium case here in my carry-on. So I'm gonna put this in here. And as you can see, look at that. Tons of room. So this is indeed with all the seats up, and there's a ton of room. I'm gonna put my carry-on as well. And this could either stand up or I can even lay it flat this way. So as you can see, tons of room. Either way, this is going to be huge for families, huge for people that travel, and they want those 7 seats up. Now, one thing I noticed that was different with the LX as well, the LX actually have to pull the headrest and it drops down. I noticed this is automatic already, so I'm going to do that. One touch button. For those with stopwatches, you can time and see, but you see the headrest automatically drops down. And I do believe now we're at about 60 cubic feet of space. I believe the LX is about 46. So that is a significant difference. And Jack, you know, I'm a little crazy, so I'm just going to climb in and see, can I fit in? How big can I fit? And yeah. Ooh. Not that anybody would do this, but sometimes you might do this. And there's tons of room in here. I'm 6'5", so it just goes to show just how much room. There are USB-C ports right here, and on the other side, tons of room. Lexus, you really did a bang-up job with that. I'm gonna lift this handle. This is a leather handle. Let's see what's under here. All right, so we have a jack, and looks like a cloth of some sort. What's that for? This is the cover. I guess that would go here. So that's a good idea. You can actually put the cover and hide it. And Lexus TX 500H Incognito. This is a F Sport. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. We're going to go inside. I want you to be mindful. I am 6'5", about 270 pounds. So I am bigger than most people. So if it seems a little tight, it's not because of the vehicle. It's because of me. And shout out to my wife, who's probably going to say, Mike, I told you to lose some weight for the camera. This interior is a new one. It's called Birch. And the first thing I noticed on the door was this sizable speaker. So I believe the stock system has 10 speakers. Hopefully most opt for the Mark Levinson. There's 21 speakers. I'm unsure of the wattage, and I haven't heard it, obviously. But you'll notice I've never seen that before with the Lexus. I like how they incorporated it with the leather right here. Two-tone switch. Obviously, this is, again, emergency latch if you need it. If not, boom, to get out. All right, so just so you know, at these press events, the seats are, you know, at a universal, I guess, a position, right? So I would probably slide it a little bit back for myself. They said I could turn the accessory on, and you see the gauges. So the door is open. I'm going to, let's see, haptic touch. Can I get rid of that? All right, there we go. And it says not ready to drive. And that's because this is likely a prototype. I am under the assumption 14-inch touchscreen, obviously Lexus interface, which is absolutely amazing. And I know earlier on there were a few bugs, but now I'll be honest, especially in the RZ that I've been driving, like it's been absolutely flawless. USB-C ports, fantastic. 2 cup holders with armrest, opens up. It's massive inside here. There are no ports inside this armrest, so all the ports are up front here. And I see 1, 2, 3, and I believe there's 3 more in the back, I think. What I also have noticed is a soft touch suede ultra, which is cool. So on the dash right here actually has it, and the dash is super soft touch. I mean, this is really good stuff, really nice. And then I notice right now there's the digital mirror, and Zach will get that. And then a full panoramic roof, familiar gear knob with Lexus, the parking. This is very familiar. So if you had a Lexus, you'll feel at home. And again, tons of room because I have my hat and I'm 6'5", and you can see right here how much room I have. I have not, you saw me, I did not move the seat down or reposition it. So that's very good for you because that means there's even more room for you. Tons of width. This is about, I think, 78 inches wide, which is about the same width as the LX. So, and that's one vehicle I never had a problem with fitting people inside. All right, Lexus TX, I'm going to sit in the back. And you can see just how long that door is. That lets you, really long door, actually. I do want to say also, this is a good time to tell you that this has, I do believe, a 116-inch long wheelbase. That is 4 inches longer than LX. I keep bringing up the LX only because that's the largest Lexus SUV now. These are obviously not direct competitors, being this is a unibody. All right, Zach, I'm going to sit inside, and voila, look at that. I did not move an inch. I actually had moved the seat back because I sat in front of it. And you can see right here, and Zach, you can even get closer if you want. And you can see my knees are perfectly fine. Did not, y'all saw this. I didn't move a thing. So I think that's important for y'all to recognize just how much room is in this TX. I'm actually really surprised because I definitely know the LX, I have to move my seat up. And I've seen online some people comparing, oh, it's a little tight inside. And it does have a smaller wheelbase. And it's packaged differently being a body-on-frame vehicle. You don't have this problem with this wonderful unibody that has been created and designed for Americans. And, all these brilliant minds said, hey, this is what we need here in America. And I think it's working well. I noticed too, there's on the F Sport, we have the shade. It's manual, but that's great. If you have kids, it keeps the sun out. And Zach, there's 2 more USB-C ports here. Looks like you have heated and cooled seats. your own HVAC here. Ultra suede on the seats is what I like. I love suede. Y'all know that. That's one thing I love about my LC500. And I do believe there's a button on top of the seat, and you press it and hold it and press it. Easy way to get in this third row. And you're going to see me get in this third row. I'm not going to change anything. Let's do it right now. All right. You saw I did not adjust anything. I am 6'5", 270 pounds. I sat in here perfectly fine. The LX is definitely a lot tighter. And I know Lexus paid special attention to the third row here. Obviously, a lot of people don't want a minivan. I'm not going to get into that argument. Shout out to my guys at Van Culture. If you didn't know, those are my crew. I'm one of the founders. But this is wonderful. Let me slide the seat back, Zach. Let's see. Okay, this is impressive. I did not expect this. I actually have a headroom. My head is not touching the roof. Wow. Okay, Lexus, you really kind of showed out here. I think people are going to 100% love that. I just said, ooh. I did not know that. So there's a button right here, and you can actually recline and even get more space. Man, Michael is going to love this. Oh, my gosh. I can't. He's going to go bonkers back here. But let me show you that button, Zach. So if I want to get out, I no longer have to wait and depend on anybody. You ready? All right. So again, I press this and hold it. Once again, I want to thank Alexis for giving me an opportunity to do this for you all. That's why I do it. I know I have a very complicated relationship with this wonderful brand, but this is part of my passion, is to talk about vehicles and just to share the information with you all, hopefully to make better informed decisions and maybe learn something or a thing or two that you might not get from somebody else. Being I have a very long, obviously, Lexus ownership history, which will be 30 years very soon. Oh, looks like I turned on the accessory light. We got that nice Lexus LED here. I think this is so distinctive. It's really well done. And I think they nailed what they had to, the space. It would have made zero sense if we waited as long as we did for this vehicle and it wasn't spacious inside. Lexus, you actually knocked it out the park. The fit and finish, everything was great. I love that suede trim. I love this incognito color. I love that it's an F Sport. And 20-tour Lexus TX. And from my understanding, this will arrive in the fall. I'm not sure if that's September, October, November. Fall could be very long, but that means it's coming this year. Thanks, everybody.